Double Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the NBA. So y'all check this out. Well, gave you my Western Conference picks for the playoffs, and they starting, and it's on and popping. Eastern Conference is coming your way right now. Now, let's be fair, right? We had two games from the Eastern Conference, and I didn't get a chance to do this before. So we had the 76ers taking out Miami in the first game. So it's 1-0 76ers, right? They're playing at home, so that could happen. Now, since we're talking about that series, I had that series 4-2 for the 76ers. I think Miami's going to make this a great series. They split their series in the season. You know, I just think this is going to be a good series. I think Miami plays excellent defense. I think because of that, it will be great. Now, the problem is, so does 76ers, but I don't think as good as Miami does. 76ers had, Covington, and he's the man playing real good defense. But and Ben Simmons plays good defense as well, to be honest with you. All right, and Ilyasova is when it comes to taking charges, he's the man. But I was talking about that in an extra 76ers video. But Miami is just the kind of team, they're going to grind, they're going to grind, they're going to grind. And I think Miami is going to get 2 or maybe 3 games, but I'm going with Philadelphia 76ers in 6. And my reason is, if it goes 7, Miami wins this. That's why Philadelphia has to win this in 6 as far as I'm concerned. If it goes 7, the experience of Miami, with Wade coming from that bench, right? You don't know what's going to happen in the game 7. So I'm going to tell you this, 76ers better take care of them in 6, right? Other series, that we already played one game was Toronto Raptors versus Washington Wizards. I have that series going 4-2 as well for Toronto. But let me be honest with you. Washington Wizards could probably even upset them and win this whole thing here. In terms of, because John Wall's back. And when you miss that many games and a team wins or excels, Washington had a good run without him. Then, they tapered off after a while. But they had a good little stretch. Bradley Beal handling the ball himself, running high pick and rolls himself, and was able to do that, which shows that they could probably even stagger these guys sometimes, make sure that one of them is always in the game, that kind of thing. It's playoff time, so you might see a little bit of that. So, I still give Toronto because just momentum. And I think Toronto, they're going to have to win this series. They're going to have to do well in these playoffs. And because of the pressure that's on Toronto, that's why I give Washington 2 or 3 games as well. But I'm going to go with Toronto in 6. I kind of want to go with Toronto in 7. But I'm going to go with Toronto in 6 on this one. Right? Now, you got the Boston Celtics versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Right? Boston Celtics had a great year considering what they've been through. We know Kyrie Irving has been down for the last 3 weeks. Right? Then you had, Hayward at the beginning of the season going down. And they excelled. Now, because of Hayward going down, these rookies, right? These rookies have been playing good. Tatum and the rest of these boys have been doing a good job, and they have developed. And I think they believe in themselves. They've won no matter who wasn't playing. So, you're going to have to deal with Boston, right? Now, speaking of playing without your players all the time, that's Milwaukee. Right? Now, I did a video about 2 weeks ago talking about the 76ers before everybody was talking about it. I'm talking about the odds of them winning the Eastern Conference when I was talking about the 76ers was 49-1. And like I said, I don't bet, but I put a little something on that. 49-1 for the 76ers just making the Eastern Conference final. Let me tell you how much that means now. It's about 7-1 right now. And that was just 3-4 weeks ago. I knew it, seen that coming. Same thing with the Milwaukee Bucks. Right? Milwaukee Bucks have not played healthy, period, in the last 2 years. Middleton was out the whole time last year. Jabari Parker been out the whole time last year. Right? This year, Jabari Parker's just coming in, starting to play like Jabari Parker. Antetokounmpo is how you say it? He's a little injured, right? Hampered, let's say it like that, a little bit. But now he should be doing real good for the playoffs with him and a healthy Jabari Parker and Middleton and Bledsoe playing like Bledsoe. And my second favorite player, who's finally back, is Brogdon, right? I think that Milwaukee Bucks wins this series in 7. right? Even though Boston has a home court advantage, I'm going with Milwaukee Bucks in 7 here, right? Might be wrong, but I've been thinking this is probably the time where they're just going to gel. Everybody's going to be there, and in the playoffs, you got to go with the ones that can go. And I think Milwaukee's going to do this upset in this series. And that's probably the only upset in the first round that I just definitely see can happen. Now, speaking of an upset that could possibly happen, and that would really be a real upset, you got Cleveland versus Indiana. Now, it's the playoffs, which means Cleveland's supposed to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. We all know that because LeBron don't know nothing else. LeBron don't know nothing else about not what? I'm going to the finals. I'm in the Eastern Conference, and I don't care what team I got. And LeBron has a couple of young guns, a couple of people that's happy to be in the playoffs. You know, the Clarksons of the world, the Larry Nance's coming from LA, and a whole lot of Hood, coming. Those kind of guys, you don't want to see some playoff action, and they're going to appreciate and savor every moment. So LeBron's playing out his mind lately, right? Playing like a young LeBron, going to the whole dunking on people, had some of the best dunks in his career this year. So these guys are going to be ready. Cleveland is going to be ready. All that stuff that went on, going to the soap opera thing, if Cleveland is not a soap opera in Cleveland, then we're missing something. That's just nothing. These boys are ready now, right? But they're playing Indiana, and Indiana is no joke. Oladipo is the truth, right? He's the truth. And Collison is a serviceable, serviceable is not really doing him any justice. He's better than serviceable guard on that position. So, and my little sleeper here is Miles Turner. This guy here, like I say, him and LaMarcus Aldridge, do they ever miss mid-range shots? Like ever, right? Ever. I think this is going to be very interesting, this series here. I'm going to go with Cleveland 4-3 with a possible upset here. I think this is going to be a very good series coming up here with those two. I'm very interested in watching it. And I am going for the underdog in this one, which is Indiana. It would be good to see them play well in the playoffs because now everything is magnified by 10. It is what it is. So that's what the Eastern Conference is going to look like. Cleveland 4-3. The Celtics going to lose. They're going to lose 3-4 to the Bucks. 76ers going to win 4-2 against Miami. And Toronto's going to win 4-2 against Washington Wizards. Let's see how wrong I'm going to be. Done with Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm about to here, y'all.